Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today's episode of a LOTRO Wardrobe, I'm going to be checking out the brand new Patron Coffer, the Gilded Caravan. Alright, so we're going to be checking this out today and looking at it. I'm going to be breaking it down for you totally in full in this video, and I will show you all the different races, what the armor looks like on them, and the different mount, etc., etc. There is some pretty cool things about. There's a couple cool little things in this one. I don't know everything. I usually try to save it for you guys, like my reactions to things when I give you the review and breakdown of it. I like to say right off the bat that this will be gone and not be able to be purchased again on November 23rd. I know that's going to hurt my views on this video. I get that. But I also like to be helpful to you guys, and this is kind of also kind of a guide. So if you're not here for it, you just want to throw a like on there and you got to go, I get it, all right? This will still give you a full review and look at it. They sometimes bring them back later. They have done that. They did that with the Homestead one twice because it was so loved. So they will do sometimes occasionally do that. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it and look at everything here today. And again, big thanks to LOTRO. They sent it to me to review for you guys, so I appreciate that as well. You are still going to get my opinion on this and everything I think about it, though. I am always very open on what I think on stuff. Patreon's luxury coffer of the Gilded Caravan. So you get a couple different things. Of course, obviously, if you're going to spend that much on an item, they give you 500 mithril, which I think is really cool. Remember, this will only be on the first character you open it on the box. So whoever you opened and purchased it on, which I will show you, remember that that's who's going to have it. So that will only pop up on the first person you open on it, and including the 6 lesser elixirs of virtue. This will not be every character. 15,000 virtue XP is nothing to sneeze at. That's helpful. That's still going to help you, especially if you're leveling more than one character, right? Especially might help out with the new expansion when all those levels on virtues goes up. So anyway, I really like that they do the mithril. I think that's cool. They just kind of throw that in there on top of the cosmetics. Again, remember, all of these are just fun cosmetics. They're to support the game. That's why they're called Patreon luxury coffers, and to support you're supporting the game, right? But there's some really cool stuff in these. So let's go through it a little bit more here. You get a few titles if you buy the most expensive one. You get the title Trader. You get the title Caravan Guide for the second one, and the Lavish, which I believe the Lavish is probably... and it's a prefix, but why do I keep that in mind? That means the trader goes first in front of your name, all right? Which is kind of cool when the title does that. All right, the Patron Luxury Coffer comes with a bunch of different things. We're going to get into opening here really fast, so I'm going to run through this. I will link this in the description if you want to look at the details more, okay? But these are all the different things we're going to be going through. The Tome of the Caravan, Trade Goods, Camel, a bunch of different stuff. This is the thing that's really, really cool, which I'm really excited to show you in it. I actually think this was really cool. One of my friends had it, so I'm going to look at that in a second. And then if you get the regular enhanced coffer, this is what you get here. And there's a couple more images here. And the simple one also gives you 100 mithril, and it gives you the prefix Trader. So I was right. The Lavish is the biggest one. So you can kind of see as it goes up, all right, as you open things and stuff. And all of this supporter pack comes before the new expansion that will be released very soon after the end of this. So in December 3rd is the new expansion for the Kingdoms of Harad. So with that out of the way, my friends, whoop, let's open it up and see how it looks. All right, now we've got it opened up here. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in to check it out. So again, here are the 3 different versions you can purchase and the amounts of how much LOTRO points they are. It'll be different for every country, so I'll let you look at how much LOTRO points cost, blah, blah, blah. But I already have the code, so I'm going to go ahead and put the code in. So I'm going to put my code in here, and I don't care if you guys see it, because once I activate this, you won't be able... You don't put it in there, by the way. Just throwing that out there. You put it in redeem code. It should activate it here. There we go. You got the Gilded Patron Coffer. Okay, so again, whoever you open it on, that is who is going to have one of the boxes. So the Patron's Luxury Mithril Coffer of the Gilded Caravan, that will only open once on your whole account. But every character is going to have the Patron's Luxury Cosmetic Coffer of the Gilded Caravan on your account now. So whether you make a new character or you already had characters, they will all have this box to open. We're going to start by just right-clicking and opening this one. Boop, 500 mithril goes over my head, and we get 6 lesser elixirs of virtue, which is 2,500 each, 6 of them. Okay, so cool. Put that off to the side. We don't care about that right now too much. Okay, next thing we're going to do. We're going to look at, go ahead and open the Patron's Luxury Cosmetic Coffer of the Gilded Caravan. I'm going to try to do this in a nice order. Now, something they've been doing with more recent ones that I'd like to just let you know is that when you open it for the first time on every character, you get your items that are like your pets or your baubles or your mounts. Those all pop out, and then you get another thing that's called the Patron's Luxury Wardrobe Cosmetic of the Gilded Caravan. Now this means this one is only going to be the clothing items. So let's say you're a player that doesn't want to have to go and destroy every single piece of clothing on every single alt when you open it. You don't need to open this one if you already have opened it on another character. Now keep in mind, don't want to make a mistake here for you guys, you do need to open it at least once. Don't just throw it away, right? But if you have 5 characters and you open it once and get all the clothing and maybe put it in your wardrobe, and now you're set and you have it in your wardrobe to put into every character, or you put it in your vault, your shared storage where any character can take the pieces out, you won't need 15 copies of the same clothing. That's my point, okay? So you could just destroy this one on an alt. Don't do that if you haven't opened it once yet, please, or on your main character, okay? You follow my logic there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and open a few of these things. So we have the Gilded Caravan Camel. We have the Gilded Caravan Steed. And then we also have the Gilded Caravan Market Stall, which I believe goes into being a bauble skill. It is. Yes, correct. And then we also have the Caravan Trade Goods Camel. So you got, oh, and that's a pet that follows you around. So we got a couple. So why don't we start with looking at the Gilded Caravan Market Stall. Okay, so I'm going to learn that. That'll automatically go into your learned information. You can always open your collection with Shift-C. I like to just click buttons, so I will just click it. Go to the bottom baubles and go to what you have, and you should see it right there, the Gilded Caravan thing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it. There is something special about this. It's very, very cool. So I'm just going to open it in this direction. I'm going to open it just off the road because it'll look cool. And we're going to go ahead and click the skill. I'm going to make sure I'm looking the way I want to look when I click it. So I'm going to click it. It does a summoning animation. And boom, we have summoned it. All right, so it's cool. You got your own little caravan, this little tent now, right? And you're like, yeah, here, you want to buy and purchase some stuff? I've got very reasonable prices. I can actually be Potion Man now. Okay, so anyway, moving on from that little inside joke of the channel, we have a couple cool things that drops. We drop a Shinaran ingot and a bottle of water. They are actually items that drop on the ground. And actually, this is kind of cool. I did not realize you actually do different animations while you're in it, which is kind of cool. Now, the next question is, can I move around in it? Okay, I can, but it goes away once you move around. Now, if you noticed, I was actually doing little animations, like looking at things and stuff. That's not normal. That's part of the animation. So we'll open it again in a little bit. But we'll probably have to do it in a different character, because here is why. When you open your collection back up, you'll notice it is a very long cooldown. I believe it's a long cooldown. Hold on, can I just do it again? Wait, can I just do it again? I thought I had a long cooldown. It does. I tried to trigger it, and it's not triggering. I think the cooldown, hold on, for some reason the cooldown's not showing on this. Let me put it onto the bar and just look how long the cooldown is, just so I can make sure I know this for you guys for the guide here. Let me go ahead and drag and drop it on the health things. There it is. Okay, so it's 10 minutes. All right, 10-minute cooldown. That's not too bad. Now, the reason why it's a 10-minute cooldown, mind you, okay, is because it drops some items that stay on the ground. You can pick these items up. This is the first time they've ever done this with a bauble. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click this. Click the bottle of water and pick it up. And the bottle of water is just a crafting item. And then I'm also going to click this little Shinaran ingot, which is also a crafting item. Technically an on level for 150 crafting item. Now, will it scale when I'm 160? We'll find that out, won't we? I won't know that until I hit 160 in about a month. Or less, maybe. We'll see. I do know it drops other things as well. Someone told me they got a gold die the other day. So it is random different items that drop. They're actually usable items you forever can have now from that bauble, which is kind of cool. So if a couple people have it, and I'm sure the cooldown is separate on every character, you can in theory go and open it on every character and get a small, tiny thing. And again, it was kind of cool that someone got a gold die the other day that you can put on your clothing. My one friend, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to say that is a big thumbs up from me. I love things that have like some physical use. I know you guys are like, guys, it's a water bottle. You can buy it at a supplier. And it's an ingot. That's not that hard to make. I know, but it's still cool that you're like a little trading post and you drop items that other people can pick up. I'm not the only one that can pick them up. Anyone can grab them off the ground. Once you grab them, they're gone, right? So that's cool. I like it. I think it's cool. Yes, you can do it inside instances too. It happened the other day, and I walked in, and they already were done with the animation, walking on. I looked on the ground. There was a Schnorren ingot just sitting there on the ground, and I was like, "Don't mind me." So it is kind of cool in that way. All right, next thing, let's go ahead and look at the camel pets. All right, so this is the Caravan Trade Goods camel. We're going to also go into our collections. We're going to go into our pets, what we have, and I will do trade. There it is. All right, so this camel's quite a bit bigger. I like it, obviously, than the baby camel. That looks really cool. I really like that. So you can really feel like you're a trade caravan. I feel like this coffer will be very good for roleplay. Right now, people who want to be, you know, a potion man, maybe. I'll be using these in some video soon, I'm sure. I've got to think of something to use this with. But I mean, that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and do a little. There's some animations he does. I mean, his textures, by the way, look legit, like really good. I love the hair. Hair looks awesome. The ears have very good little animation. He's cool. His eyes look really good. I love all the colors on the pack. Let's go ahead and do a basic walk here and see how he looks when he walks. Very nice. Now, I doubt this pet will change too much with the other races, so I probably won't look at it on every race. We'll just look at the mounts and the clothing. But the pet shouldn't change in size. Mounts change in size based on what race you are, but pets usually do not. Usually. They really don't ever, so I'd be surprised if it did. So yeah, there it is. And then if we do a full-on run, that's what he looks like. He actually looks pretty, like, adorable when you run. Look at that. He's like, "Wait for me, master. I'm coming." Oh, I don't know why. There's something very lovable about this character's, this animal's face. They did a really good job. You can see he's got a bunch of different goods on his back. There they all are. Again, I record this in high quality as I purely can for YouTube. So hopefully that's nice detailed for you to see what it is. Personally, I'm someone that if someone makes a review of something, I really want to be able to see it really well. So I do my best to make it nice for you guys. And also not block it with my video camera here. Looks great. His tail's a little wanting for graphical detail, but it's not bad. His little tail. I'm a fan. I like it. I like it. It's a good pet. And by the way, it's up to you guys if you think it is worth it to get these Patrons. The reason I make these videos covering these Patreon things is because, one, I love them. I think they're cool, and I like LOTRO. So I want to support as best I can. Two, I want you to be able to decide whether this is something you like or not, right? Because they literally make different types of Patreon coffers for different players, what you guys want, right? That's like their goal. All right, so now let's go ahead and we're going to put the camel pet away for now. We're now going to look at, first we're going to look at the... Now, does it give me... It gives a war steed appearance, so keep that in mind. So this mount I'm about to thing set up, it gives you the war steed saddle, headpiece, and carapace. Is that right? I think that's the right word I'm reading. It's okay. Collection, so let's go ahead and get our mounts here. So it's the Gilded Caravan Steed. Okay. Here's what he looks like. Now, granted, I don't have the gear on yet. I probably should have done the gear first here, but that's okay. That looks pretty darn good. Again, horse looks good. The eye could use a little bit better of a texture, personally. But I must say, those gold facets, they just pop. Those look really good cosmetically, and I really like the headpiece. Clearly a lot of work went into the gear on this horse. But, I mean, from a regular distance, it looks fantastic. Now, I'm the kind of guy that, like, zooms way in on the texture details. I know most of you are not going to be looking super close at the texture details and be like, what is that? That's just me. I like to do a full look at everything. I really like the tassels at the bottom. Looks really good. I like the blue color of the sheet with the gold. I'm a big fan of blue and gold. I wanted my regular gear. Yeah, I like it. Let's go ahead and do a little run. Classic pony run for a dwarf. We'll see what it looks like on the other ones. Oh wow, the armor piece looks really cool there. Actually, the horn of the saddle. Like, I could remember the term sooner. And I will say, I gotta say right off the bat that this I don't sink into the saddle like some of the other Patreon coffers. So they did a good job with it. It looks natural where I'm sitting as a dwarf, even with my big gear. It's very nice. It's a very nice horse mount. I like it. But I think what we all really want to see is the camel. So we're going to go to the camel now. But what's the run animation? It's just generic run animation. I really like the frill on the back of its head. You can really see it while you're in the run animation. Yeah, that's what really pops to me. It's the armor, the frill, the horn of the saddle, and these little buttons. Looks really nice. It looks really, really good. I like it. All right, next, we're gonna open up the Gilded Caravan Camel. Let's check this one out. All right, we will go to our collection. Open this one. Whoop, let's check this out. You know, I gotta shout out one thing though. To the devs, whoever does the cosmetics for gear and pets and all that stuff, all the work they put into it, I have never seen a game that has so much cosmetics put into it. Like, I know other MMOs have stuff too, but LOTRO just has so many options, and I just absolutely love that. So, big thumbs up to whoever one of the devs works on all the cosmetic stuff, because it's freaking awesome. I've always liked how many... You really don't run into people in LOTRO that look similar to you, right? Unless they have the classic gear on of that level cap, then they might look the same. But if most people use the cosmetic gear, usually people always have fine changes in the dyes. They change colors if they do have similar armor. It's really cool. I like that about LOTRO. Community and the devs. So anyway, we're looking at the camel here. Okay, the camel again looks fantastic. Clearly a ton of work put in the camel. Even the creases on the cloth going down from the saddle and on the head dress. I guess you'd call it a headdress, right? I don't really... It's not a helmet, so... That looks really good. It's very high textures. Again, I love that the ears look amazing. I love the eye on the camel. I love its little teeth. I kind of wish they need to give us a mount animation that only works for these guys, and then they can like spit. So it's like at people, because that's what camels do. Everybody knows that if you know about camels. That would be kind of funny. Just spit at an orc. That looks awesome. Now, granted, you cannot have this as a... this does not give you anything for your war steed, because war steed can only be a horse. I love the pack, though. Now, I think if I was going to give one small critique, this cool backpack, like pack on the butt with the saddle, it would have been kind of nice if you could have put that onto the war steed, because I believe the horse did not have it, right? Let me just double check. I don't want to say things ignorantly. Let me go ahead and get our horse back up here, because they definitely give us stuff for the horse. No, the horse does not have that pack, so the stuff it gave with the horse wouldn't give the pack for the war steed. So it's not a huge deal, because we don't use war steeds a whole lot now, like all the time. Some people use them a lot. But I think that would have been kind of nice just to have that little pack that's on the butt of this one to be able to put on the war steed. Just this little pack. You know, small little criticism there. But I gotta say, though, I really like this camo. I love the leg wraps, too. They have really good definition and detail, and there's actually like a 3D effect that you can see. They're not just like phased on the leg, that they're actually wrapped around the leg. This is really nice. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of walk animation with the camel. Looks nice. Again, I really like, honestly, how the dwarf looks like on the camel. I know, dwarves are supposed to be on rams and boars, but you never know. They might ride a camel if in dire need. Like they ride ponies occasionally. I like the tail does a little flick. Gives it a more live animation. I like that a lot. This is really good. Okay, let's go ahead and do a run. Pull out run. This is where it opens his little mouth, like it's kind of got a panting going on. You know, and a lot of people don't know this. I think a lot of people think camels like don't run. Camels actually can go really fast if you know anything about camels in real life. So a camel being able to run pretty fast is awesome. They can't quite keep up with the speed of a horse. They can't really do that. But they're better on most terrains, like, again, sand and like where they're, you know, from. It's actually a subject I really like and I've studied in the past. So camels are very cool. They're also very mean and they will definitely spit at you. Their disposition can be sweet, but usually, more often than not, they can be little grumps. All right, so anyway, I really like this camel mount. I think it looks really good. I think the biggest thing for me is that the fur is so well textured. All the items on him are well textured. The eyes look great. The ear animation is awesome. The tail animation. I love the gold and blues. I'm a big fan of gold and blues. I usually like darker blues, hence my armor. But this is really nice. And it even has like the crease animation. The creases look so good. The actual like crease, it looks, the graphic fidelity is so good there for this game, right? They've been really working hard on updating the graphics on textures on things, and you can really see it in newer items like this, which is really cool. It's cool that we can have that, you know, in this game. It's really cool. This looks great. I love it. I love it. I really like this mount. And its name is just Gift. And they decided to just give it the name Gift. All right, let's go ahead and open the gear. We have a couple different things. We actually do get a Caravan Gilded Battle Axe. What does that look like? Okay, it's a single-handed axe. All right, that's kind of cool. I might end up using it. Who knows? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my regular gear. And I'm just going to switch it with the other stuff. So let's go ahead and put it on. Okay. We will take off my shield so it's not in the way, or my bow. There we go. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and put the axe on as well. And we will put on the aura with the axe. There we go. Okay. So we've got everything on. So here is the set. Oh my gosh, it's Potion Man, a Zollin. Okay. I really like the fact that this is making me feel like I'm Potion Man or something. This looks awesome. Even on the dwarf. That aura looks awesome. What? Oh, look, he's got like a backpack, and the textures on that backpack are awesome. You can see he's got two little things of, I don't know if they'd be water. Now, a little bit of phasing in happening there because I'm a dwarf. It seems to happen sometimes with the dwarves. We're just big fellows. In stature. The axe is awesome. Like, even without the weapons aura looks really cool. It's got like that cool purplish effect with the glow. But the actual visuals of the axe, like the textures on the axe, look really good too. Wow, that's really cool. It very does look like a ceremonial axe, if I can say it correctly. Wow, look at that. There's actually like cool little things on the hands. It's kind of cool to actually like see my dwarf hands on and off my fit. My big chunky dwarf hands. The belt has great 3D detail on it, on the thing here, and on these two. Oh yeah, you can kind of see they have like a pop out on the whole, all the way around. I appreciate that. I like that. I kind of was critical on another supported pack. The belt was all like 2D. I like that it actually has some pop to it. The tassels looked really, really good. Very good. Yeah. This wrap would be cool if it had a little bit more 3D effect going on, but it still looks, it's enough that you can tell. And when you move, it kind of, you can tell it's kind of animated slightly differently than the lower part, which is cool. Kind of why you see a little face occasionally. That's cool. You can kind of see it when I wiggle. There's a little bit of a difference there. I do like that it's just a puffy outfit. I love these arms. What? These arms. I really like the blues and golds. Okay, I really like them. The shoulder pads have really good texture. Looks very cool. It looks kind of like some kind of like palm tree with flowers coming out. Maybe some kind of flower. Not entirely sure. That headpiece looks really cool. I don't know why. I get like a, there's like a combo feel with this headpiece, like from something like a Native American, like real life, or, you know, I guess too, just like the more of a Middle Eastern look. Like, it looks really cool. I like that. The feather animation is decently detailed. The feather. I do like that it looks better detailed than previous ones. So I appreciate that. It looks really good, and it looks like it has a loop around it. Again, we'll look at this on a human too, without a big giant beard for my dwarf, to kind of see what this under neck looks like a wrap around, like. And I do kind of like that this shoulder pad matches so well with the other ones. I feel like these shoulder pads would also look good on other cosmetic gear. So the backpack looks great. Also, the shoes look really cool. I forgot to even look at the shoes. Look at the shoes. They've got cool little gold, like, toe protectors. They're steel-toed boots. Gold-toed boots. Do I have a movement speed buff on? No. Just making sure. Well, you guys, I mean, this is legit. The colors on this is literally Potion Man. I'm going to have to put this on Potion Man. My character. Absolutely. This is absolutely amazing. Wow. I really like it. I'm a big fan of the gear. I think the gear looks really, really nice. Now, it's only one set of gear, but usually the Patreon coffers only come with one set. The other one that you'll be able to still get no matter what with no delay is the pre-purchase of the expansion, and you'll be able to get it even after the expansion is out. And that has 2 sets of armor, which I also have reviewed on the channel if you want to check it out. At this point, you guys, we're pretty much done reviewing most of the things. I didn't really show you what the aura looks like in the dark, so I'll just walk over into the dark here real quick, so we can kind of get a look at it. There is the aura in the dark. I think the aura looks really good. And again, the cosmetic axe itself looks really good. Let's take off the aura for a second and just look at the cosmetic axe. Look at that thing with the light. That is really nice cosmetic axe. We'll look at it on the other races too, but wow. I do like this cosmetic aura. I really do. I think it looks really nice. I might actually like use this one on instead of another cosmetic aura I liked. It looks really good. But yeah, anyway, so if you are only here for this part of the video, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you does help me out. I do the channel full time, appreciate it. But if you'd like to see the other ones, I'm going to be hopping over to the human next. And then we will look at the other 2 races as well and check them out with the armor and the mounts. So with that, let's get over there. Baruch Khazad. Wait, I forgot something. Let's go ahead and use this one more time and see if we get anything else. Come to my shop. We have to see if there's any more. So it looks like we got a bottle of water again and a Shinarn ingot that dropped. So you'll notice there's some different animations, which I didn't really... Okay, so he looks at a gem. One animation, he looks around his shop, like checking his stores. So definitely a couple cool animations connected to you being a shopkeeper. This is going to be so fun for roleplay. This is like the best thing about this whole coffer is this. This is really cool. I do like that they've been doing like one special type of thing from each coffer. I think they should do more things like this for the coffers. Now, the one thing we don't have in this Patreon coffer is we don't have a back animation or a milestone animation. Oh, look, he like reads a paper. Now, if I was a human, I'd probably not be phasing into the table. There's definitely a little issue there because I'm a dwarf, but again, that happens. That's cool. We need one of these that's like a forge maker, like a forge one now for dwarves or something. That'd be really cool. This looks awesome. I don't know how long it actually lasts, but really cool. It does a little weight animation. It's really cool. I really like this a lot. This whole idea was really cool for an idea. And again, if I move, it goes away. And then, of course, you can pick up, again, it was just a bottle of water and an ingot. But hey, 1 ingot is 1 ingot. You can get one every 10 minutes. Just saying, that does add up if you're just playing in the game and you just right-click, put it down, grab your ingot off the ground and keep going. I mean, you could, in theory, just pump out 1 ingot every 10 minutes as you're playing the game. So, it's kind of cool. We definitely need more of that. Those are cool. It is a little bummer not getting a movement or milestone animation, but the fact that they gave us that, which is so special and unique, kind of makes up for it. I do notice that they tend to, when they do the Patreon coffers, they tend to always give you one special, unique, cool thing besides just the clothing and the mounts and pets. They have like one special thing that does something really unique, like this bauble. Or you'll have like a milestone animation, or you'll have a movement animation, things like that. But I definitely love the movement animations. I know those are probably the hardest to make for them, but I would love some more options of movement animations. Gives a lot of customization to things. Also, I almost forgot about the titles. Of course, we have the Lavish, which comes from the biggest one. We have the Caravan Guide. Your hosted guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, that one. And then, of course, the other one we have is the Trader, which is the prefix one, right? This is Trader. Let's see if I can just type it in. Trader, there it is. So I could be Trader Zollin Ironshield, or I could be Trader Potion Man on my other character. So I'm so excited. All right, anyway, next one. Here we go. Baruch Khazad. All right, guys, we're over here on my human Lowmaster. We're going to go ahead and chew. Oh, that's a lot of stuff in the inventory. Let's fix that. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so here's what we got. All right, we're gonna go open up our stuff there. But again, we already saw what we're not gonna wear out the pet. We are going to open up the other one though. We'll look at both the mounts, and then of course we're gonna look at the gear with the cosmetics. So they're gonna go ahead and just put them on over what I got on here. I will not be able to look at the axe on the human because it's gonna look the same, but we'll look at it in the other character because I'm a lore master technically, and it won't let me put it on. I think I could put it on a cosmetic slot. Possibly. No, I don't think it'll let you put it on a cosmetic if you're not that class from my top. I always mix that up. I've known it, and then I always mix it up anyway. Let's see. I already have those on. Let's see. Can I put it on here? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't let me. Okay. We won't worry about that right now. All right, so we'll go ahead and switch over to what it looks like on the regular outfit here. So again, this would be all of it with the weapons aura on my actual weapon that I'm using. But this is what it's going to look like on the human. All right, now in theory, this human also has a beard. Forgot about that little aspect there. But that's all right, my elf will not have a beard. Look at that, it looks pretty darn good. It definitely looks really nice on the human. Even with my staff going through it there. Ooh, I like the animation does look cool on that. That weapons aura has a very nice animation. I like that weapons aura doesn't totally make you lose what the underneath item looks like. I'm not really the hugest fan of weapons auras that just completely bleach out what the item looks like. It's good for some things. There's some items that don't look that great and you just want to have a cool thing. But that backpack looks awesome on the human. The shoulder pads look so different on the human. I appreciate if they look so good on the dwarf. They look on the human too. Very nice. Excuse me. The shoes look really cool. I like that on the human you could see how it actually has like a pin that like holds it up, or some kind of like facet that holds up the shoe going up. You guys see what I'm talking about? Let's see. Can I go up on this and give you a better angle? There, you see what I'm talking about with the shoe? It's got like this facet right here, like holds up. It's like a front part of the, like almost like the full boot that goes around, but it still has cloth. I love that the cloth has such vibrant. It looks so real for the game mechanics, right? Compared to, you know, obviously not compared to real life, but compared to in game here. I love that it has the detail on the little puffs on the like it looks like it has been lived in, and it's actually cloth. It's not just a stationary whatever. That headpiece still looks so cool. Look at that. Looks really, really good. I'm happy with that. I think it looks great on the human. I think it's a really nice set of clothes. When we walk, there's a little bit of a something going on right there. But besides that, it looks pretty darn good. I like how the back legs, how it actually looks like it stretches the cloth. I mean, if I'm going to be Potion Man, this is pretty legit. I'm Trader Potion Man. You guys don't know what I'm talking about with Potion Man. You're going to have to go watch my other videos. I'm not going to explain it in this one. Some of my streams. This looks great. I'm happy with it. All right, so the other two things we want to look at here in collections is the mounts. right? So let's do, so it's the Gilded horsey. Oh, that looks really good. Wait, the textures almost look even better on the armor on the human. Wow, that looks so good. I love the back, even just the plain. I actually like it that it doesn't have the back on the horse version. It's just that metal, which is what the worsty would look like, by the way, because again, it gives you, when you open up the horse thing, it gives you those couple different things. All right, let's ride around. So here's what we got as a horse. Riding around here in Southbury. Try to give you the best shots here. I mean, it looks really nice. What's the walk look like? Oh, see, now that I'm a human, I can really see the horn. I really like the horn. The saddle. Looks really cool. Oh, interesting. So when you're stopped, so for some reason that stretches. It's like a magical... No, I found something. That's gonna happen sometimes, but that's funny. Again, not really noticeable until you look down underneath its chest. I wonder why it does that. It must be connected to the two different muscle. Because when you... I kind of know why. Because when you program a 3D model, but... it looks really good. I can't believe I didn't notice that on the dwarf. Did it do it on the dwarf too? The legs on this horse though look legit. Like they look like they are like weathered, and he's got like a scar almost right here. And then some veins. I mean, the horse looks really cool. Again, it almost looks better on the human than it did on the dwarf pony. Altogether. Yeah, it looks, I really like it. I still think it's a very nice mount. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and look at the collection of the Gilded Caravan Camel. And again, there's a reason why I'm showing you in every class so you guys can see it. That looks so good. Yeah, that looks legit. Hello, Mr. Burley Pearson. I have brought you goods and trades at very reasonable prices. Would you like to buy some? Do you have any apples? No, but I got shari ingots. I got lots of those. I'll just set up camp here. Let's look what it looks like as a human. Ready? Collection, if I can remember. You could have it, of course, on your bar, but... All right, come on over. See my wares. Anyway, so there it is on the human. Again, it looks like we just got a bottle of water and a shard ingot. Maybe it doesn't give a dye. Maybe it just always gives a water. I thought someone the other day said they got a dye out of it, but I guess I could be wrong on what I originally said. I'll have to keep using it and find out. It might just be a really low chance. All right, so I'm like, come see my wares. He's like, you didn't need to set up right in front of my house. Oh, well, I thought you wanted to see it. I pulled it out of my bag of holding. All right, here's the different animations they do. Okay, is this one? I like that we actually, he's reading something. Okay, reading a paper. It's really cool. I also like that it actually gives a shadow. Like, it actually gets affected by the light. Everything works in that way. It looks really good. I like that it's got, like, fine woods and fruits. Oh, I actually do have... I don't have apples, sir, but I do have pomegranates. Would you like a pomegranate? He's like, what the heck is a pomegranate? Well, just come try one. I'll give it to you for free on the house. He's got some oranges, it looks like. Some different seeds. Some, maybe, what... Oh, gosh. I think I know what that is. I'm trying to think of the name right now, but it's like a date. Isn't it just dates? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're textured well. Everything on this is really well made. I like the chest. I like that you're fully surrounded by your stuff. Like, you've got, like, the chest. Like, how'd the guy even get in here? He, like, stepped over this chest to get in. I love that. The book looks legit, by the way. Can you read what's on it? Almost. You almost make it out. Wow, that's awesome. Anyway, I really like this a lot. So, we're going to go ahead and open up this. I really, really like it on the human. It looks really, really good. If I could just remember to click the right button every time. We'll go ahead and run around with the camel a little bit just to see. And then with that, we'll be done on the human. So here's a little bit of run around. All right, good day, mister. Riding off to go do my trades in Bree. I feel like this will be a really good pack for people who actually, like, focus on trading. I know there's one kinship that does, they're like a trading guild. Like, I feel like this would be a really good pack for them because they can all look like this and have their little trade posts, right? And, like, set up shop. That would be really cool. Is that an invisible hobbit running right now? What's happening here? Oh, there. Okay, okay. All right, there he is. I was like, what's happening? Anyway, I'm going to go into town and do trading. Bonk hits head on door as he comes in on Camel. Now, obviously, one thing that I've always been kind of bummed about, but is a thing, can the pet follow you while you're... Well, actually, I think it can, right? You can't do it while mounted. See, that is something that's a little bit... So, you have this, right? And if we open the... Go back and do our mount... Here's the problem, right? It goes away. I would have loved it if they do a little update where this particular pet is allowed to follow you while you're on your mount. Right? Because technically they show it that it can follow the mount. Right? I must see this. Yeah, see? Like, this picture shows it following you. But obviously we all know as players the pets can't be out when you're on your mount. So, because of that, Sending Stones. I say you do a little update, and you make it where this particular pet only can follow you while you're mounted. Just saying. I think that'd be cool. I've always wanted that anyway, but there is some logistical things with that when it comes to the programming, and I totally get it. And that is just me saying that as a side note. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying that would be cool. You know, just because that's kind of the idea. If you're a pack caravan, right? So anyway, but that would be kind of cool. Anyway, so I think we've covered the human. So what we'll do now is we're gonna jump to the elf. So here we go, my friends. Baruch Khazad! All right, we're here on my elf with holy moly. He's got a lot of stuff in his inventory too. That's all right. We'll just go ahead and open this up anyway. All right, so we're here in Gondaman of all places. One of my favorite places, some of my favorite music. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and just let's put on my generic gear so we see what I'm wearing, and then, all right, so we'll go ahead and put on the set for the elf. I will be able to show you the battle axe here, which will be cool. All right, so, and actually, I almost want to put it on my offhand. We trade them? Oh, never mind. We'll leave it over there. Alrighty, so here we have it. And actually, you know what? That previous sword that came with the other supporter pack might look pretty cool with it. So we'll just check it out. It looks pretty scary. That blade is kind of insanely large. Alright, but also, now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to go ahead and change the color. That other thing, so it's not so drastic. Alright, so here we go on the elf. Go ahead and put on the headpiece here for the elf. This is what it's going to look like on your elf. It actually looks pretty darn legit on the elf, I must say. Hello there, Mr. Tolvet. Or is it Tolvat? No, whatever. So this is what it looks like on the elf. Again, looks very nice, like the human. Do a little walk around animation. Very, very nice. Gotta say, I'm a fan. I think it looks good on the elf. I like the oh gosh, it's like the scarf. It's not really the term for it, I don't think, but in this particular manner, but that's all right. It looks a little better on the middle area there between the legs for the elf when they run. The back looks about the same as the human, looks good. The pack looks really, really nice. Again, I really like the whole headpiece, looks really cool. It feels like Harad, which is kind of what we're going into, right? The Haradrim, and there's different, you know, different clans down there. And the clans, they're more like, not really maybe the right term, but anyway, different communities and kingdoms down there. So, yeah, pretty cool. The battle axe looks legit with the aura. Looks really, really nice. I even like the end of the battle axe. This little, like, I know it's like really basic, but it just feels natural. That it's just like this little pretty frill on the end just to make sure you can hold it. Looks really good. I like the weapons aura too. That looks very, very nice. Now, granted, I could do some combat to kind of see it held aloft, which would be nice. We'd have to jump back to our house real quick for that. This is the back animation from the other coffer. We don't have a back animation in this coffer. We only have the very cool drops items thing, which is probably my favorite out of this whole thing. I really like that a lot. I'm gonna be using it all the time. You know, in every stream you're gonna see me going, "Come on, come all, grab the ingot. First person grab it gets it." Alright, so here we are. Alright. See a little run animation. Let's go ahead and see a walk animation. The elf. Definitely looks like a nice little trader. I've come to do trade here at Zollin's home. Okay. So what we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna bring up a fighting snowman here, and we're just gonna attack it, just so we can kind of see the weapon held. There it is, held in the light. Now again, the sword comes with the previous one, but cool. Looks awesome. Shot. I like the battle axe. It looks cool. I might end up using it on Zollin for a while. It's a single-handed battle axe while I fight with my shield. Let's go into the shade here while they run. Elves just look so elegant when they run, don't they? Very elegant. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and look at the mount. I can't believe I keep clicking it every single time to bring up the mount. What is wrong with me? There we go. Okay, collections. Perfect. Let's just reset the combat real quick. All right, so we're now going to bring up the Gilded. Did I not learn them? Oopsie daisy. Did I don't learn? I thought I learned that. I'm in pets. Zollin, come on, Zollin, keep up with it here. All right. Here it is on the human. Looks pretty much identical to. Did I say the human? The elf looks pretty much identical to the human. Caught myself. Again, looks very, very nice. You still got the little stretch thing happening with that thing, but it's not really that big of a deal. Because in reality, you're going to be looking at it like this anyway. That looks really good. I really like that a lot. Has different gallop, obviously, on the human. The elf. Oh my gosh. Gosh! You guys are like, solid! Also, they named the horse, if you're curious. Zorya. Z-O-R-Y-A. It's a generic name they gave it. I guess it's Zora, right? Would be a better way to say it. Alright. Here is the camel. There's a little bit of a weird thing with the elf I noticed here with the camel. It's like, I really think they should have probably done, like, a reins, because clearly it's designed like he is holding reins. I'm not quite sure why they didn't do reins. They did it in the previous stuff. It must be like really hard to like set up for the elf or something. I'm not 100% sure. But there is a little bit of walk around with the elf, looking very majestic on his beautiful mount. I mean, I think the elf looks really good. I think the mount looks really good with the elf. So, yeah. I mean, I think the elf looks great. So we'll go ahead and finish up with opening up the this with the elf. All right, and then oh, look at that! Gold dye and polished adamant. They're different. I was right. Good, good, good. I'm glad that there's different things that come out. I was kind of hoping there would be. That's very cool. So there we go. You got some different items that dropped this time out of it. He's got a similar animations. He's just kind of chilling. He's like talking, and then he's like, oh, let me look at this. Oh, different gem. Different gem animation. Oh, and he like kind of throws it. That's kind of cool. So the Zollin had a red gem, like a ruby. He had like a, what's purple? Is it like sapphire purple sometimes? Or is that blue? Oh, whatever. Cool. So there are some different animations every time. That's legit. And of course we must pick these up. So these will just sit on the ground. Oh, pretty. Polished adamant. Okay, let me pick that up. It's a crafting item. And we'll pick up the gold dye, which they are usable items. Just like I said, it's an actual crafting item level 35. Brilliant stone. And gold dye, which I can actually right-click and apply to a piece of gear. Cool! It's pretty cool! I really like that. I think that's really cool. Devs, good job. It's such a simple thing, but it's like so fun, right? And again, this whole thing is a cosmetic thing for fun, for you to enjoy, and to support the game. That's all the coffers are made for. And they nailed it with that one. That one's really cool. I really like that. All right. To our Hobbit friend for the last one, Baruch Khazad. All right, we're here on a Hobbit whose inventory is organized. Wonderful. Go into what armor he's actually wearing, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to open it up here. Let's go ahead, and we're here at our kinship house. All right. I can actually see what looks like on a Hobbit. Now, first thing I notice is, wow, it makes my Hobbit look like a little chunker. But I love it. I actually love it. It's like, this looks like a Hobbit to me. That's too funny. How big those arm poofs are, and that's amazing. Oh man, that looks so good. Also, the 3D effects on the Hobbit almost look better on the belt. Do you notice that? They're less stretched. Shoulders look great. Backpack looks awesome. Everything's good about it. A little bit of phase right there, but not much. That looks awesome. Now, did I put on the... Oh, I can't use axes. Darn it. That's okay. We've seen the axe pretty clearly. We don't need to see it again. It'll look the same on every race anyway. So let's do a little walk around here. There's our little Hobbit man through the lands. Oh, look at this nice man. Maybe I can set up a shop like right here. What do you guys think? Maybe like right here? We'll go into our collection. We will set up our little shop here next to the door. All right, and whoop. Okay, here it is. All right, shop set up here by the other tents. That's amazing. And once again, we got a dye. It looks like, is it a gold dye? For some reason, when I turn floating names on, floating names are not going on. I must have a setting off that I realized. I know what it is. Gold dye and a polished amethyst. So I wonder if it always drops the combo. I guess you'll have to find out if you have it, and I'll keep using it myself. So anyway, there it is, my little Hobbit merchant, Zilix the trader. All right. Anyway, that looks great. Okay, I'm obviously going to pick these up because if no one else is going to want them. Again, someone else can pick it up. It doesn't have to be you. Once one person picks it up, it's picked up and it's gone. And then we do a little bit of walking here in Hobbit Walk. This is what we look like at the gear with a Hobbit Walk real quick. We're pretty much almost done here with our review, guys. I think it looks good on the Hobbit. Hobbits always have such a fast little trot. Now, granted, there might be slight differences on the River Hobbit or the Stout Axe, just a little bit, or the High Elf is pretty similar to the regular Elf. There's a little bit different with walk animations and stuff, but it's all going to look the same cosmetically. There's not going to be a huge amount of difference there, so that's why I'm not going to go and do all that extra for that. And again, most people are probably already done watching the video anyway. If you're watching here at the end, I appreciate it greatly. Let's go ahead and look at the last gilded things. Let's look at the horse real quick. Here's the horse on the Hobbit. Looks good. Interesting. It's got a different... Horses move so differently. Technically, it's a pony, right, for the Hobbit. But there it is. On the Hobbit. I think it looks good. There's no reason to take too much time on here. You can kind of see. I also like how they, like, move the little tassels. Very nice. And then we will dismount off this one and get on our camel. So see, it's kind of small. And also, I clearly see there is a difference in fur color. Is there not? Am I tripping? Is there a difference in fur color? Maybe it's the lighting where I am. Different lighting, possibly. I'm not sure. Is it random? Maybe. Hobbit looks pretty good. It looks like he's gonna kind of fall forward off the, the thing. To be fair, hobbits probably don't know anything about riding camels, especially little tiny camels, little dwarf camels. Looks good. I like it. Looks very nice on those little hobbits. Now I do need to see one thing. I'm gonna resummon him and see if there's any difference in visual skin. No, it's the same. Seems darker. I thought the other one was lighter. So this one seems more like a dark gray, but the other one was more like a goldish look. So. I don't know. Anyway, my friends, with that, I hope you all have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Hopefully this review helped you out, whether you'd like to purchase it or not. Again, remember, it is until the I already said it, but 23rd of November. And remember, that is the 2 available through the store through November 23rd. That means at midnight to the 24th, right? That doesn't mean it stops on the 23rd. Like, you can still buy it on the 23rd. And again, they probably have more details if you look at it, so depending on where you are in the world. But again, I think it's a pretty cool Patreon's Coffer. If you want to support LOTRO, check it out. And I think it's really cool. I really like the item that drops. And if you want to support me on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot. And thank you to my wonderful patrons for their support. Martin for being a hero of Khazad-Dum, Elraandor for being in Zollin's company, and Red for being a royal guard. I appreciate that greatly, and all my other patrons. I do the channel full-time, so it really means a lot that you guys support it so much. With the free stuff and the above and beyond stuff, it means a lot. Cheers. Like, subscribe, share, check it out. Join us over in Discord. Follow me on Facebook and X if you'd like as well. Sweet, awesome, good. Stay happy. Again, this is a pretty cool coffer. A Potion Man is going to be able to grow in his storytelling with this coffer. Very excited. Don't forget about those reasonable prices. Baruch Khazad Kuzar menu, and I'm at your service and your families, as always, here on Voice of the Rings. Zollin Ironshield out. See you in the next one. Cheers. Stay happy.